you doing, guys? It's Lex and Danny from Fight Fan TV. We got Chris Too Slick Kongo in the house. What's going on, people?
What's going on? What's going on?
But yeah, mentioned earlier, you got a fight that just got announced. Mckinson versus yourself. Like you've been calling out all the names in the welterweight division, just trying to get a fight. You ain't shied away from no opponent. But yeah, how does it feel fighting on this bill and fighting Mckinson?
It feels good, man. It feels good to be back out. Just to get a fight. Obviously, last November, December, I couldn't get a fight. Was trying hard. Yeah, and then now it's just good to get the Mckinson fight. I called for it, so we gotta get it now.
Yeah, so I see you was calling, you had some you was meant to fight in November and December because your last fight was obviously a great win, knockout in against Luther Clay in August on the White Povetkin card, and then I see you're now back on the rematch card, and got Michael Mckinson, who we saw last time out on the MTK Global show, unbeaten like yourself, 19 wins versus 12 wins. You've built it as an O's got to go. So what's your breakdown of this fight, and how do you see it obviously going?
I see this fight only going one way, and me winning by knockout. Everyone that fights him always does the same thing. They're doing the wrong things as well. So I'm definitely gonna change it up. I'm definitely gonna be taking center, and I'm definitely gonna be bossing this fight. And someone's gonna hit the canvas, and I 100% know it ain't me for sure. So let's see how it goes. I'm training hard. I'm focused on myself, and I'm ready to get it cracking.
Obviously, you just said you're gonna go for the knockout. Like obviously going from your name, Too Slick Kongo. Would you say you're more like of a boxer? Or you just try, or now you're trying to sit down in your punches and be more fan pleasing? Obviously, like we all know, like your amateur background and stuff. You're what's the word I'm looking for? Schooled amateur. So to say, would you say you're now just looking to knock people out, just put the beating on people? Because you sound like you're trying to take out your frustration out on all these guys now. Because even in the play performance, I know you wouldn't have been happy with anything but a knockout.
Yeah, 100%. And like I said, I don't even think that was my best performance. I'd been out for so long. There was so much. Even my coach said it to me in the dressing room after. He said there was so much stuff that you didn't do, which is good because people are going to look at that performance and think, okay, this is what he's like. But really and truly, I've still got a lot for you guys to see, man. So I can't wait to show it on the 6th of March, and it's my time. But going back, I don't mind. I can box, I can fight. I love to fight. I should stick to my boxing, but it is what it is. This next fight here, we have to fight.
So we know that you're called Too Slick, but one thing I will say about Michael Mckinson is that from what I've seen of him, he's a slick operator himself with his style. As we know, he's not a big puncher. You're the bigger puncher in the fight. So with you being Mr. Too Slick and him being a slick southpaw himself, how are you looking to prepare and to overcome his slickness with your slickness?
Well, to be honest, who's gonna land first. I believe I'm the quicker fighter. I believe I'm the stronger fighter, and I believe I can get to him first because I've got the longer reach. So for me, I'm looking to go in there and use my advantage and use what I got, which is height, strength, and speed. So they'll be my 3 key elements for this fight.
So you're going to use your reach, use your height, and use everything you've got over him to your advantage.
Yep, definitely.
When you see like the rankings, the BoxRec rankings, obviously to me, I personally don't think the box rankings mean anything. But when you see your position in that, do you think that's what's the word I'm looking for?
Bit of a disservice.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, thanks, Dan.
Well, well, I don't really buy into the rankings there. I don't think they're that accurate. But at the end of the day, they're from the position I was before to the position I'm in now. I mean, I was 36 before the Luther fight, and I got bumped up to 9. So that shows that whoever's controlling that knows their boxing and knows what I'm about. So they put me in a high position. I believe I should be higher than that. But after this fight, I'm definitely going to be higher than that.
Yeah, because he's number 6, I believe. But yeah, with BoxRec,
He's
with that
number 4. He's number 4.
Sorry. Yeah, but with that point system, it is a bit weird the way they do it because there's some funny names in certain positions in different weights, so you can't really buy too much into the BoxRec thing. But so I see you trained by Jimmy Mack now.
Yeah.
So how's preparation been going, and how does his training methods differ to the previous coaches that you've had as a professional?
Jimmy Mack is old school and he's hardcore. Anybody that knows him in the game knows if you're trained by Jim, that you're just gonna be you're gonna be in full tip-top condition. So for me, I know I'm gonna be in tip-top condition. 6 weeks is perfect. I don't need any more. I feel like if I have more than that, then I could just overtrain. But 6 weeks is perfect for me. I'm ready. I've brought someone else also into the coaching side of things, which will be announced soon. But yeah, it's looking.
You should have held that off, Chris, man. Shit, man. You should have told everyone I was getting into coaching so early, sir, man. No, but yeah, flipping off. So, when is that announcement coming?
That's coming soon. I think them things that don't really need to be announced, but people are gonna see when the person's in my corner.
Obviously, before this fight got announced, there was like an Albanian in the name of Marku calling you out. There was a fight. You was willing to take that fight, weren't you? At short notice.
4 days notice, I was willing to take that.
And then they didn't take it, but there's a lot of stories going on about that. Could you just clear that up for us? And do they want the smoke or don't want the smoke, or
they 100% don't want any smoke? They don't want to even look at me. They don't even want to look at me. Trust me. Don't believe this guy. He's a hype job.
Yeah.
So basically, someone said that they're looking for an opponent. His previous opponent pulled out. And his previous opponent was a super lightweight. He wasn't a welterweight. The guy he knocked out on the BT Sports show, was it BT?
Channel, was it BT? Yeah, BT.
It was BT, the boxer tournament. That guy was super lightweight. Yeah. So cool. Someone's tweeted, I think Rob Tebbett tweeted that they're looking for an opponent. So I put my hat in there. I said, I'm ready to go. So they've said, yeah, if you can make 147-pound championship weight, which only is really made when you're fighting for a title, this is a takeover fight for me. That's how I took it. And they didn't want to know. £3, what's that? Do you get what I'm saying? They knew I wasn't going to fight on the November card. But one thing I didn't do, I didn't stop training. I was still ticking over. Of course, like I always do. You know what I mean? But I said, give it £3, let's have it. They didn't want it. And the guy's so dumb, he went and weighed in and he struggled himself. The guy had to weigh in naked. So he was struggling to make the championship weight, talking about 8 ounce. The guy's a punk. He don't want no smoke. Don't even he probably won't even mention me in any of his interviews because he knows if he mentions me, it's problems.
Right, yeah, I like that talk. I like that talk. So another gentleman or another two are on a kind of collision course in Conor Benn and Josh Taylor. With yourself,
Josh Kelly,
Michael Mckinson, Florian Marku, because you still got to add him in there because he does have sale value. How do you see the chips falling, and who do you see as the final two men in the last man stand?
Well, you know what? If I'm honest, I'm taking out pretty much the hardest guy in the division so far, which is the awkward southpaw guy, Mckinson. So I'm taking him out first. So he's the hardest challenger out of everyone, I believe. Anyway, so once I take him out, I'll be ready to fight Conor Benn. I've been calling for Conor Benn anyway, but I know they're trying to take him down a different route. Josh Kelly, I've called him out as well. I don't know what route they're trying to take him. Obviously, he's fighting for the European. So if he wins that, they're going to look to step him up. And obviously, if Conor Benn wins that, they're going to look to step him up again. So I got to get into a position where they have no choice but to take the fights. So that's what I'm doing now. And beating people like Mckinson is going to get me a step closer to them fights.
Obviously, it was announced Conor Benn's fighting Vargas. So obviously that's let's say we could say it's a world like level fight. Obviously, do you think Conor Benn's ready for these kind of fights? And if so, would you say you're ready to go in world level operators then?
100%. I know I'm ready. Vargas, I wouldn't say he's a world level kind of fighter.
Fringe level, world level.
He's a fringe. He's at the fringe of world level. And just remember, in this time of his career, he's pretty much done now, man. He's not. You're not gonna get the Vargas that even for Amir Khan. You're not gonna get the same. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. They picked him as an opponent, of course, but let's see how it goes. I'm sure Conor Benn should knock that one out.
Was you impressed with his performance against Formella?
Yeah, I was impressed with that. He looked much better than his last performance. Before then, he's improved and he's been doing his thing.
Yeah. So with Josh Kelly fighting David Avanesyan, how do you see that fight going?
That's a close one. It all depends if Josh Kelly's going to stick to the tactics. And it all depends what kind of fight. Well, we all know what David Avanesyan is going to bring. He's going to bring pressure. He's going to bring the smoke, and he's going to look to close Josh Kelly down. Josh Kelly's got to be smart, box from the center, use his jab, and every time he comes, punch as he comes, literally. So that's all he's got to do. If he can do that and be smart and not stay on the ropes like what he done against the American guy, then he's got a good chance. But we'll see.
Yeah. So with you know, getting past Mckinson is what you're gonna do. What is your next step that you're looking towards? Are you looking to fight for the British title? Because the current British champion, he hasn't fought in quite a while himself, and it seems there's a lot of names floating about, but it's like he's the forgotten man.
Yeah, of course. I would love to fight for the British title, but once I beat Mckinson, I'll be far away from that. So is there a point of me fighting for the British title?
Yeah.
Once I beat Mckinson, I'll be number 6, or probably even number 5 in the world in the WBO. So I'll be looking ahead of that and probably looking at some world class operators that I would like to fight.
So you see with the WBO, global title be on the line. So where does that, what type of world ranking does that give once you win it?
It gives you a top 15. So I'll become 14 once I won it. And yeah, I'm just looking to push on now, man.
Okay.
It's calling out every single welterweight available. You just want all the smoke.
I'm on any smoke, man. I'm ready for it, man.
Obviously,
Literally.
you know, I've been hearing some rumblings. People actually think Mckinson might nick this, but like, where it is, I don't think people have seen enough of you, or people that don't know of you. I don't think they really know what you're about. Obviously, you had some, you know, since that moment you had at O2. Well, I forgot what card it was. When you was coming out to Eddie One.
Oh, the Dillian White undercard.
Yeah.
Lucas Brown.
Yeah,
Brown. Yeah, that's the card.
That night was phenomenal, man. Like even when I think back, I just remember that night when you come out to Eddie One and you just shut it down. You had a nice performance. So since then, where's it good? Hello. Yeah, but since then, there's been a bit of a gap in it. So I don't know. People are thinking they forgot you, but now you're back on the scene. You looking to announce yourself like properly with this one.
100%. Like I said, you see certain fighters, they have some time out and they come back and they just start going from there. And like I said, I think this is my time to push on now. I've had the one win. Now I'm on my way up. No one is going to stop me. Everyone on the way is getting knocked out. And I just believe it's my time now, man.
So I remember that fight. That was against the tough Cameroon guy. He was short but very hench and compact. But you seem to have had quite a stop-start pro career. Why is that? Because it's like a few of the fans, it's like they get frustrated because they want to see more of you, but they haven't managed to do so thus far. Could you explain why?
Nothing. Well, it's all out of my control, just issues with managers and stuff, but I don't really want to speak about it. That's all in the past now, so we're moving on and want to bigger and better things.
Yeah, that's in the past, and you just can guarantee us now we're going to see more of you, and you won't be taking those breaks in your career as of right now. Definitely. Yeah, man. So obviously, you're fighting on a big card. The rematch of Dillian White Povetkin. I know Dillian White is your manager, right? Or am I wrong? Yeah, he's your manager. Yeah. So how do you see that fight going? Obviously, we all know what happened in the first fight. How do you see Dill bringing this back home, taking it?
100%. I see him knocking him out. Probably around the 5th, 6th round. He was in control in the first fight. I think he just took his foot off the gas a bit, and then he got clipped on his heavyweight boxing. But now I don't see him doing that, and I see him just going for the kill straight.
So you're saying a knockout within 5 to 6 rounds?
100%.
So are you doing camp in England, or are you going over to Portugal, or where's camp?
I'm doing camp in England, man.
Yeah. Can anyone even fly out right now? No one can fly out.
No one can fly. So
I saw athletes got a little thing. What's the word? The pardon. Athletes can fly out though, can't they?
I'm not too sure. I haven't looked into it, but I'm just better off staying here, man.
Okay, man. Yeah, man. You're gonna fight in Mckinson. Is it March the 6th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring it home.
Yeah, that's
for sure.
Round up for us how that fight is gonna go. Obviously, you've already mentioned, but let the fans know what you're looking to do that night. And
I'm looking to put the crazy pressure on, bring it to him, break him down, and just knock him out.
All right, we look forward to March the 6th, guys. Chris Too Slick Kongo versus Mckinson. You putting your WBO global title on the line, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And that'll be on the line. You could say they'll be fighting for a world ranked position in the WBO. So yeah, we look forward to that, man. And we wish to get you on the channel again and again, Chris, man. We'll be following your journey. So wish you nothing but the best, man.
Love, man. Thank you guys for having me on once again.
No problem, man. See you. Thanks, Chris, man.
Bless up, man.
God bless.
Done.
Oh,